that I hear? Oh, it's the sound of Volkswagen joining the 7-seat SUV party. Lots of people are already here. Mazda, Hyundai, Kia, Honda, but let's face it, everyone's been waiting to see what tricks Volkswagen can whip out. They're the Europeans after all. No wonder they're fashionably late. So what have they got that the others don't? Let's take a look. It drives really nicely. I mean, at the SUV party, it's certainly got its own little drive area and it's showing off. It's got a 2-litre engine, which gets me around town and up hills pretty quickly. Plus, it's all-wheel drive, so it's got good traction on the roads. It's also really easy to drive. That's the best word to describe it because everything is such a breeze. There's certainly no stiff conversation with the Tiguan Allspace. It's a smooth operator. The steering is really light, which I know some people might have an issue with, but I really love because it makes 3-point turns easy and reverse parking really easy, and I do a lot of that on the school run. It does have a large turning circle, like a large 7-seater, which can get a bit annoying if you have to keep doing U-turns to get on the other side of the road and park. But there's a really high-def reverse parking camera, which makes things really easy. It handles really nicely and I feel really good driving it. I'd be so happy to take this car on long distance trips, but it's also zippy enough for the suburbs. Let's have a look at the space in the third row because these 2 extra seats is why you'd opt for a Tiguan Allspace over a straight Tiguan. And it's tight. I'm 161 centimeters and I can just fit in here. So for kids, it will be fine, but for adults, probably only when you're desperate or if you're going short distances. And this tells us where the Allspace fits in at the SUV party. It's not drinking beers with the big boys, the Klugers or the CX-9s. It's not dancing with the little guys, the Honda CR-Vs and the Mitsubishi Outlanders. It's hanging out near the buffet table with the Santa Fe's and the Mazda CX-8s. And they're the cool guys because they're the ones that have 5 seats but have that extra 2 bonus seats in the back for when you really need them. In the third row, you'll get 1 cup holder, a little bit of storage space, but no air vents, which is unfortunate because I think it might get stuffy back here in summer. The second row is super spacious though, and you can actually move these seats forward to give rear passengers more room. In fact, if you just wanted a really big 5-seater, the Tiguan Allspace is spot on because back here it's enormous. Second row passengers will get their own air vents, plus it's tri-zone climate control, so that means they can control the air temperature back here, which will flow through to the back. And check this out, it's like you're on a plane. Plus it means you get 4 cup holders because there are some in here as well. My kids just loved this whole setup. You know how they like to get in places and just pretend that they've moved in? They immediately got their colouring books out to draw on here. In the front, there is loads of leg and headroom for both me and my 185 centimetre husband, even with the panoramic sunroof, which is part of the optional luxury package. And there are some fun storage bits. So you've got a glove box that is actually cooled so you can pop in drinks or salads for long journeys. Plus it's got a CD player, it's super cool. There is this front drawer here, you've got this bit here, you've got this up the top, and there's all of your regular storage as well. So 2 cup holders in here and a bottle holder in each door. It's all rather handy. If you're using all 7 seats, the boot is about 230 litres, which doesn't sound big, but it's actually on par with even the largest 7-seater SUVs. So you'll be able to fit grocery bags back here and school bags. If only 5 seats are in use, you'll be able to fold the back 2 down. They fold completely flat and the boot opens up to 700 litres, which is really huge. To put it in perspective, the Santa Fe is 547 litres, so this is a lot of space. I feel like they're winning in the look stakes for a 7-seater in this price range, which is anywhere from 40 to 55k. I'm in the Comfortline 132TSI, which is second from the top of the range in petrol and comes in at around 45 grand. It looks just like a regular Tiguan that's been beefed up, kind of like it's been eating too many mini burgers at the SUV party. But apparently it's not wider, it's just taller and longer, But the proportions still look great, nothing looks out of whack, and there is still that wonderful premium look and feel about the Tiguan Allspace. Inside is stylish. It's not as luxurious as you would get in a higher price bracket, but it's still good. In the Comfortline, you'll get cloth seats. These are actually the leather, which is a part of the luxury pack. And to be honest, it's not that flash leather. And if I didn't have kids that had sticky fingers, I would probably opt for the fabric. The center console has been nicely designed and is clearly set out. I'm not fumbling to find things, which is always a bonus. The steering wheel is leather, which feels great, and I think that's important because you're touching it all the time. So it's one of the biggest things you're taking away from the car. There's nothing super fancy about the design. It's not an Audi or even a higher-end Japanese or Korean car, to be honest. You could even call it a tiny little bit basic, but it's still a Volkswagen, and there is something decidedly chic about it. Just the subtlety, I always feel good in a Volkswagen. The Tiguan Allspace comes with Apple Carplay and Android Auto, so you can just plug in and be instantly connected to the main apps on your phone, like Maps and Spotify. Perfect for our SUV party. Plus, the safety is great. As standard, you'll get airbags covering driver and front passenger, plus side curtain airbags that extend all the way to the back row, which is better than you'll get in a Sorento or a Santa Fe. You'll also get auto emergency braking, pedestrian detection, and auto parking, which means that the car will actually park itself if you don't want to. You can also option up to get things like adaptive cruise control and cross-traffic alerts. All in all, the Tiguan Allspace is a fab family car. It has loads of space and is one of those cars that it's a good 5-seater but can extend to 7 seats when you really need it. It drives beautifully, has all the safety features you'd expect for a family, and of course has loads of boot space. It's going to shine at the SUV party. I gave it a family rating of 8 out of 10 because it just fit into my life so seamlessly this week. My children gave it an 8.5 out of 10. They're a big fan. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel or click through to our website.